Manchester United have been blessed today with a little bit of Brazilian magic. Yes, 3 goals by the Brazilians today, 2 goals by Casemiro, 1 goal from Fred have given Man United the win against Reading. It is 3-1 and Manchester United are through to the next round. There is a lot to talk about. It was a good game, a nice game of football. Reading sat deep. They did what they had to do. Manchester United probed. Maguire started. We started with Maguire and Lindelof in the back four. Antony had a good game today. There was a bit to get into. If you're not... As usual, guys, before we get into the game and my analysis of the game, smash the like, turn on your notifications, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do the damn thing, subscribe below. Let's get involved, guys. I hope you're having a good day, a good week. Hope you're blessed whatever you're doing. But yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed the game. It was basically attack against defense the whole game. That's what it was, guys. Attack against defense. A low block against a team that's breaking down the low block. That's what we saw today. Before we talk about the game, let's start talking about the starting lineup. In terms of the lineup, I think the only change we had from the last game was the fact that we changed our back four. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think, has been playing almost every game because Dalot has been injured. And Maguire and Lindelof has started today instead of Varane and Shaw, or Varane and Martinez, with Malacia in the left back position. Of course, we know one of the major problems with starting Maguire and Lindelof, as we've seen throughout the past few seasons, is the lack of mobility and the lack of pace. And one of my concerns before the game started, of course, was that how threatening were Reading going to be to our defence? What problems were Reading going to pose Manchester United? And as we all saw, Reading didn't really do anything. They didn't pose us any threats, and that is a combination of the way that Manchester United now play under Ten Hag and the way that we now keep possession of the ball and the way that we're learning how to rotate the ball and not force a pass if it's not on. Pass it back, rotate it, keep possession of the ball. That's something that we didn't do under Oli. Under Oli, we're more counter-attacking team, but under Ten Hag, we're now becoming more of a possession-based team, and we can press teams. The way that Arsenal do very well, and I know I have to keep mentioning Arsenal, but the way that they pin teams back with the pressure, and they make teams make mistakes and buckle. They don't always score goals because of their brilliance or because they've carved teams open. They just put teams under immense pressure. But that's what I think we're going to learn to get better at, that type of football, you know. But today, the start of the game, if we remember the start of the game, for me, it was really scrappy. The first 5-10 minutes, neither team had a hold of the game. There was no real patterns of play developing. And so it was, for me, I thought it was going to be one of those really, really scrappy FA Cup games. But, you know, after Eriksen's free kick, Reading started sitting deeper and deeper and deeper. And you started seeing Reading falling back into their shape. They had literally 11 men behind the ball at all times, even Andy Carroll behind the ball. So United had to move the ball really quickly. And that's something that United don't really do. United don't really move the ball quickly. And when I mean 1 touch, 2 touches. Everyone's taking 3 or 4 touches. Maguire's getting the ball. He's taking 3 or 4 touches. Lindelof's having the ball, taking 3 or 4 touches. And I know it's easier said than done, but that is the next step. That's the next step in the growth, in the development of this team, is to not learn because the players can do it, but begin to develop a way of moving the ball quicker with more intensity. But we didn't really see that. We had the ball, we pinned them back. We did move it side to side. Antony got involved. Antony had a good game today. He came in off the right-hand side a lot and he drifted into the left-hand side. And that's where I think Antony needs somebody he needs a right back like perhaps like Dalot to play with him. And I know Aaron, I'm not having a go at Aaron because he's had a good run at it since he's been in the team and he hasn't played badly, but Dalot is just better. Dalot is just better. And I think if Antony was playing with Dalot would be whooping a lot of crosses in for Weghorst while Antony cuts in. Because when Antony cuts in, he creates that space on the outside for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and he doesn't really vacate. I don't think sometimes the runs and the positions and the spaces that Aaron takes up, I don't think they're not very helpful for Antony. But I think he had a good game in the first half. Like I said, he held the ball really well. And that's something you can't really compare Antony with Rashford. Rashford is very direct. He's a forward. And Rashford's not really a winger. He's a forward. He's very direct. He's a final third person. He just wants to get the ball, run at you and shoot and score. Antony's different. Antony wants to get the ball. He wants to take touches. He wants to feel it. He wants to, run into space. He wants to link the play, one-touch football. He's a bit more like Sancho. Antony's not just a final third player. Antony can get the ball in the middle third. He can play it in the mid, up front. He's somebody who he needs touches of the ball. He needs to feel himself into the game as well. And like I said, today was a decent. Well, the first half was a decent half for Antony. One thing I did notice in the first half was that Casemiro was playing slightly ahead of Eriksen. I don't know if that was an instruction from Ten Hag, but I did notice that. And of course, Casemiro is the number 6 technically. So I did notice that Casemiro was playing ahead of Eriksen, but Reading posed absolutely no threat at all. And for large parts of that game, both Maguire and Lindelof were in Reading's half. And if we had perhaps defenders that were more braver, had a more forward-thinking attitude than Maguire and Lindelof, we could have done more with the ball. Because many times Maguire and Lindelof had the ball and they literally just passed the ball to each other. And when there was space for them to drive into, sometimes they did it, but sometimes they were very hesitant to do it. And, that's a problem. That's a problem. We need bravery. We need centre-backs who are technically sound. I'm not saying Lindelof and Maguire aren't, because Maguire can pass the ball, but he's not mobile enough. And so Lindelof is the same. They're both not mobile enough, so they're not brave enough to go forward because they know if they lose the ball, they're not quick enough to get back, and that's also a big problem. But like I said, United squeezed Reading, but the goal didn't come. The goal didn't come in the first half, like I said, because of lack of speed and precision in our play. So second half started. Once again, I don't think we started the second half very well. United started it very scrappy, just like the first half. But United scored through Antony. And it's that movement, that Antony coming in off the right-hand side, cutting in, and threading the ball through to Casemiro. Beautiful finish from Casemiro. I mean, Casemiro is showing us parts of his game that a lot of people didn't even know he had. Let's be honest. That scoop finish was just beautiful. Beautiful, Lillian. Beautiful. Really good goal from Antony. And that's the thing. A lot of people were complaining that he's cutting in too much. And to be fair, when he was cutting in the first half, there were opportunities for him to, play a dinked ball. And I have been saying this for a long time. We are creating spaces and we are creating chances as a team. A lot of the times, our midfielders or attacking players are just not releasing the ball or not passing the ball or sending the ball through quick enough. Sometimes it's just speed. But yeah, really good pass from Antony. He had a good game today. Casemiro, great goal, great scoop. Fred came on for Eriksen straight after that. And another goal. Casemiro must be having a bubble. He must be thinking, what? Because I'm thinking, how many goals has Casemiro scored this season? I'm sure, tell me if I'm wrong and, comment below. But I'm sure Casemiro scored at least 5 goals. He scored 2 today. and I know he scored at least 2 others. Has he scored this many goals? He's not known as a goal scorer, but I mean, it was a deflected shot, so let's put things into perspective and not get ahead of ourselves. But it was a good shot, and that guy was just grinning hard. He was smiling. Good shot, good goal. 2-0. I think, and that was it. Game was done. Game was put to bed. That was it. That was a killer blow, and we just passed it, moved the ball. Andy Carroll got a red card for flipping and things. I knew Andy Carroll was going to get a red card after his challenge on, I think, Malacia. I thought to myself, yeah, he's up for a fight. When you've lost a technical battle, once you're getting passed off the park, you just get angry. You just want to just beat people up. Andy Carroll's just like one of those thug type players. He's one of those sort of like, I wouldn't say David Batty, but one of those players that are just Roy Keane type players. Those old players that that are not too interested in playing football. Just want to flip and beat you up. Yeah, what a dick. But yeah, good red card for Andy Carroll. It's cool. That's fine. Straight after he got red card, United scored again, and another Brazilian, Fred, came in, waltzed in, swaggered in towards the near post. Bruno Fernandes crossed it in. Fred with a near post flick. Beautiful Lillian, beautiful goal. 3-0 Man United. That's it. Game, set, and match. United made a load of substitutions after that. Garnacho came on. I think Palestri came on, I think. Rashford and Bruno came off. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, match is done, 3-0. Take the big guys off, put the kids on, let them have a run. We got loads of games. Apparently, I was told we have about 10 games in 38 days. And if that's the case, that is, that's emotional. Unfortunately, we let Reading score. I don't know if that was concentration. I can't even remember who was marking him, whose fault it was, but it was just a bit disappointing from the defense's perspective and from De Gea's perspective, I guess, to let the goal in. But the game was done. The game was over in reality. Ilanga came on. Mainu came on. This new kid, the 17-year-old that I've not heard before, but he looks decent. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. He hasn't done anything special. He hasn't done anything at all. Make me think he's going to be the next Paul Pogba, because I've been hearing it online already. The next Paul Pogba. So let's just relax. You know how it is with football. But yeah, he came on. The kid looks okay, I guess. And yeah, the match fizzled out, and that was it. Good game. I enjoyed the game. It wasn't an amazing game from Reading's perspective. Reading didn't really offer anything. It was literally watching Man United try to break down a low block, and that's what it was. Man United passing the ball around, trying to find the gaps. Reading didn't offer anything. Maguire and Lindelof, even though we conceded a goal, they had a really, really comfortable game. So I've got no faults with them. I've got no faults in the defense. Rashford was a bit quiet today. Antony had a better game today. Antony was rightly named the man of the match. Casemiro could have been given it. Casemiro scored 2 goals, but I'm glad Antony has been given it. Like I said in my other videos, I can smell that Antony might be getting the Paul Pogba treatment from the fans, unfairly. That sort of hatred that's underneath all the criticism. Like, you're criticizing him unfairly. Why? There's a bit of a bias that's there, that's creeping in. Is it because he dyes his? What is it? Is it because he does skills? He's an entertainer. Football, at the end of the day, is also an entertainment business. Let's not forget that. But anyway, that's my verdict. Antony was my man in the match as well. We march on. We go on. Yeah, let's go next round. United are still in 4 competitions. I mean, are we going to win the league? I don't think United are going to win the league. Let's be realistic. But technically speaking, United are still in 4 competitions. We've got Barcelona coming up next month. And of course, we got the second leg of the Carabao Cup. And personally, I think if United don't win the Carabao Cup, I think Ten Hag will be very disappointed. And of course, we march on in the FA Cup. So plenty to be happy about. Plenty to be happy about. What did you guys think of the game? Let me know your opinion. Weghorst, once again, he was tidy. He linked the play well. He's probably still waiting for his big moment. Even though he scored, the goal he scored was a very scrappy goal. It wasn't a proper striker's goal. He didn't, he didn't smack the ball into the bottom corner. He's still waiting for his big goal for me. And it will come. It will come. We just still need to get used to the way he plays, and he needs to get used to the way we play. And we just need to put balls in the box for him. That's all we need to do. So yeah, Bruno was Bruno. Bruno stat padded. I mean, he didn't really have that great game today. He didn't play any worse than anyone else, but Bruno did Bruno things. He got an assist today. Yeah, good game from the lads. I can't really complain. Yeah, we move on. We move on, guys. What was your interpretation of the game? What did you guys think of the game? Let me know who your man in the match was. What do you think of the ref? What do you think of the ref today? Yeah. And the defense. Let me know about the defense, Maguire and Lindelof. Because I'm hearing both Maguire and McTominay will be up for sale in the summer. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Share some football knowledge with me as well, because I'll just let you know what I thought of the game. Let me know. Comment below. Yeah, have a conversation going. And yeah, let's go. Peace out. Till next time. If you're not